Good morning, my friends. How are you? Happy New Year. I wore my fancy top while I'm here with you to celebrate this year's ending and anticipate an amazing new year for us. So I was thinking to myself, all right, what's our ritual for ending this year and for saying goodbye to it? For many of us, it's been a mixed bag in a way of our business has been busy. We have been probably maybe busier than we've been in a long time, if not ever. And yet it's been a hard year. You know, the uncertainty of COVID just has, I think, put a veil over all of us. And so it's been a tough year in that kind of way. So as I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about saying goodbye to, my word's unstoppable for 2022, which means like moving forward, positive, plowing through, getting like it's a strong action word. So I wanted to share with you something I've done in the past to say goodbye. Okay. And I'm going to use here for us just a little boat, right? Because it's a nice little ashtray, I guess. So a little boat. And then what I do is, and I'm going to just use because of my resources here, uh, just to show you, I'm going to use 3 different sticky notes. So I have a heart sticky note, I have speech bubble sticky notes, and I have stars sticky notes. Okay. So what I'm going to do on that is I want to say goodbye to all the things that either hurt me or bothered me last year. Oh, here are my hats. Hold on a sec. So what I'm going to do, there's been a couple of years where I've had a broken heart, right? So for the hearts, I'm going to write down those people that hurt me, that hurt my heart, and I'm going to just write their name down, what the situation is, okay? And then I'm going to take that sticky note and I'm going to fold it and I'm going to put it in my boat. Then I'm going to go and review all of the things that are still sticking in my mind, the conversations I've had this year that have been difficult, that still weigh on me. I always think to myself that the person who I had that conversation with, they've moved on. Like they are like into the next part of their lives and they are not hanging on that discussion or that conversation or that thing maybe that someone said to me that hurt me and or made me mad, right? So remember, we have happy, sad, mad, glad, but angry. We have a lot of emotions, right? So what conversations are sticking with me that I don't want to occupy space in my brain anymore? You know, it's funny. I was seeing someone who had this like a little bit of a unfortunate like blip, if you will, in a situation, and she just can't let it go. So I said, you know what? Like you remembering that and just going over and over in that in your brain is like you drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. Like let it go. You got to let it go. And so writing down those tough conversations that you've had with people. Okay. And again, if you don't have all these sticky notes, that's okay too. And then the last are the stars, right? So this year has been a year of growing Agent Rising and having different, brand new experiences with Agent Rising and the stars and the people that have come through and whatnot. And so for these, anything that's happened that has been a loss or a failure or not my best that I've done or something that I want to let go of. This is for all the people who rejected me and said no to hiring me for something, right? I don't want to hold on to that because I want to go into my unstoppable 2022. So I'm going to write down the professional losses. All right. So professional losses, conversations, discussions, things that people have said that have bothered me. And that can even be people that you don't even know. Right. So if you're impacted by like what's going on in the external world, either politically or whatever, put those conversations down too, right? Just get them off your soul. And then the last, of course, is the people who have hurt you. And so you're going to put them all into your, where'd my thing go? They've all spread everywhere. So you're going to put them into your boat or your ashtray or whatever you have, right? And you're going to set them on fire and you're going to let them get burned. And as they are burning, that ritual is going to be like, goodbye. I am moving forward. I don't want to remember those conversations. I don't want to hold on to the anger, the poison that's in my body. It was interesting. I was on a discussion with somebody the other day, and they said that they keep a list of all of the like bad things that agents have either done to them or said to them or not said to them, in many cases. So they had a special name for it. And the idea is that I'm going to remember that. Like, so next time it comes around, I'm going to remember what happened. And I'm like, I'm going to burn them, right? I'm just going to put them in my little boat, and I'm going to say goodbye. And I'm going to hope for the gift of with forgiving comes forgetting, and hope that truly I can forget it and just move forward. Anyway, we all have our spots on that. The only way I think that we can move into 2022 and be ready for the exciting things that are going to happen is if we can let go of some of the trauma of 2021 and 2020. And I've been thinking a lot about this, is that, we have to acknowledge that it's been rough. We have to acknowledge the small things, the uncertainties and how they weigh on us and what they're doing to us as in our bodies. And I will share with you. So in my family, from Christmas, we have some positive cases in the family. And so this started at the beginning of the week. So all week I have been, trying to help those that are positive and in their families, but also I've been waiting like for it to descend on me. And I've been waiting and I've been waiting, and I've taken tests and I've gone to get tested, and I've been waiting, and every time something feels off on me, I'm like examining it. And I am like in anticipation of doom. And I'm looking at my calendar, and I'm like trying to like mentally figure out like quarantining and all this kind of stuff. And I'm trying to like get myself as strong nutritionally as I can, so that if it happens, my body's ready. And in this whole preparation, this is exhausting. And it's bringing up a lot of fears, a lot of anger, a lot of like uncertainty. And it's hard, So I don't want that, right? So I'm going to burn a couple of these just for me in my inner dialogue, right? So that little speech bubble is going to be what I say to myself, and then what I say back to myself, and then what I say back to myself, and I work my way through that conversation. I'm going to burn that, and I'm going to hope for a healthier 2022. One thing I have been finding to be helpful is Brené Brown's new book, Atlas of the Heart, and it talks about, and I've talked about this a little bit, 85 emotions that we have, not just 3 or 4, and really trying to find language for them and also how to express them. And honestly, when I first picked up the book, I resisted it. I didn't like it. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, right? I want to think I'm okay at this. And I said, no, like if I want to grow, I've got to get out of my comfort zone, and it's my growth zone, which is uncomfortable. Anyway, I am so looking forward to 2022 with you. So take your boat out with your sticky notes, with your pain and with your suffering and with your resentments and with your hardship and with all of the stuff that you're carrying. And we're going to let it float away. Okay. We're going to say goodbye. I have no more need for you. And I'm just going to watch it burn. All righty, my friends. Thank you so much for an amazing 2021. Thank you for being here. If you've been following on a regular basis, you know that I've had my ups and downs as well. And we all have. So let's just hang in there together. One of the best things we can do for one another is just be there. Just listen. Yesterday I was on a podcast with Larry Laffer and Tom Trong, and we talked about the value of highlights in the day and lowlights in the day. So highlights are easy to celebrate, right? Highlights are like, yes, this was great. This was great. This was great. But what about those lowlights? What if we made room for like cracking those open and talking about them and and again, not solving, just listening, just being there, that maybe even if we have the same challenges in 2022, we will be better able to have resources and tools to work with them, right? So that again, a little boat will just go on and float away with all of the problems that we have, that we're holding on to, that are not serving us anymore. All right. Thank you. Happy New Year.